Hi, I'm Travis Napper, Director of Arkansas Tourism. Arkansas is part of the United States South, a region known for Americana culture, great food, and a musical heritage second to none. The land in Arkansas is diverse, from vast farmlands along the mighty Mississippi River to the Ozark Mountains, making up our northwest border. And the Ozarks have inspired movies, TV shows, books, and music. The 2021 Academy Award-winning film, Minari, was set in northwest Arkansas, and HBO filmed the third season of its crime drama, True Detective, here. The classic Western novel, True Grit, and the movie based on the book are both set in the frontier town of Fort Smith. Musical legends such as Alan Jackson, the Oak Ridge Boys, and current hitmaker Chris Stapleton have all called out the Ozark Mountains in song. Do we have your interest yet? Here, let the video do the rest.
Make Arkansas part of your southern U.S. adventure and take a road trip across the natural state. Northwest Arkansas is the birthplace of the largest retailer in the world and also home to one of the hottest museums in the country, the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. Not to mention the first national river, the Buffalo, the beautiful Ozark Mountains, crystal clear lakes, great biking, hiking, camping, floating, and fishing. But there's a lot more, including exceptional fine dining, a craft brewery scene, and great shopping and nightlife. Travel by car, motorcycle, and air. Private airstrips provide fast travel between cities and more hard-to-find locations. Not too far away, Eureka Springs beckons with quaint Victorian architecture, spas, music, and the famous Great Passion Play. For a little taste of the Old West, head down to Fort Smith, where the National Historic Site is home to Judge Parker's courtroom. North Central Arkansas is a land of lakes, rivers, and mountains. Mountain Home is near the top of the state and situated near the White River, one of the bucket list destinations for trout fishing enthusiasts. Due south is Mountain View, home to authentic native music, arts, and crafts.
Hi, I'm Jessica Ledbetter, Director of Global Sales for Arkansas Tourism. Of course, we believe that Arkansas is pretty amazing, but we don't want you to take our word for it. Let me introduce you to some travel enthusiasts who will share their love of the natural state. Starting with Kate and Samantha, two friends from Salt Lake City, Utah, who spent several days in the Ozarks.
We go through all these phases, revisit all these places, knee deep in all these places, different cities, the same faces.
So we made it to Bentonville. We've been walking around town, checking out the shops.
When you come back to town, pay a little visit, yeah, to your old stomping ground.
We're at Crystal Bridges, and first impression, this architecture is really unreal. I've been to a lot of museums all over the world, and I'll be honest, this one is the coolest. Look how real. It's kind of crazy. Just walking through the gallery. I'm inside of a spider. Arachnophobia. So we're heading to the Frank Lloyd Wright house. Yes, Frank Lloyd Wright. As you can see, he was tiny because I almost hit the ceiling. Everything in the house lines up perfectly, which is crazy. From the floor to the beams, the lines on the lamp. We're heading to a adult playground, wiffle ball. I'm gonna throw up, I can't stop. I feel like I'm stuck spinning. We're at Petty Jean. We're gonna do a waterfall. I'm super excited.
Where are we?
Petty Jean State Park. Sounds like there's some crazy water down there. Follow the orange. Okay, so we're out here at Cedar Falls. Look how gorgeous it is. Hey, hey, Cedar Falls. You can hike all the way around. We're hiking down there. Hiking from like over there. Okay, check it out. And then you can hike all the way up around, which is rad. We're getting closer to the falls, so it's getting a little chilly. How do you go under it? Woohoo! So cool. Beautiful!
Arkansas is building a reputation internationally for exceptional mountain biking. Fayetteville will host the 2022 Cyclocross World Championship, and Bentonville was named Mountain Biking Capital of the World in 2020. There are hundreds of miles of trails around the state, including in Rogers, where cyclist Harold recently got an opportunity to ride in Hobbs State Park.
Rogers, Arkansas is where you come to mountain bike.
Rogers has the Hobbs State Park that we're in right now, 54 miles of single track. It's very approachable, it's very family friendly. And of course in downtown Rogers, you have Lake Atlanta, and there's the rail yard, which is a great place for young people and young families to hone their mountain biking skills on the pump track there. When you finish a day on single track, you gotta go to downtown Rogers. Whether you want a cold beer, you want great restaurants, a lot of things to do in downtown Rogers, you gotta pay to visit.
This is like a mountain biker's heaven. I've had a blast, Mike. Thank you so much for bringing me out here.
Anytime, Harold. Let's do it again soon.
JR and Kit live and travel in their 1976 Volkswagen bus, affectionately named Sunshine. This couple found plenty of places across the Ozarks that provided that famous Southern hospitality to them and to Sunshine, with great access to camping facilities always within a short drive.
You hear that bell? We rented bikes to take around. It's the perfect way to get around Fayetteville. Everyone's so bike friendly here. You can get anywhere you need to go. There's market, coffee, flowers, farmers market. And you can rent these bikes right in town. My favorite way to get around, don't tell Sunshine.
You got me moving, shaking like I need a release.
Right now, we're entering Devil's Den State Park. There's some waterfalls here, and we're gonna be chasing them. We're about to head out onto an overlook to watch the sunrise. We hiked up to a lookout, got here right at sunrise, right as the sun was breaking over the mountain, and it was so beautiful. We're at this old mill here called the War Eagle Mill. This was an old homestead apparently. There's an old bridge that was constructed in 1907. When you go across, you feel like you could fall in the river, so it feels really adventurous. I have a farm bucket list of all the things I want to do while I'm here on the farm. I'm going to cuddle a chicken. Me and her are buds. I'm going to milk a cow. I'm going to hug a horse. And I'm going to feed a cow barley. I want to bring her with us, can we? Tonight, these lovely ladies behind us are preparing a delicious farm-to-fork dinner. It looks like it's going to be really good. We're ready to eat. This is too pretty to eat though.
The entire downtown of Eureka Springs is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, and as you wander through the winding streets, it's easy to see why. Visit a haunted hotel, see the Great Passion Play, or join our next video host Heather in checking out the quirky shops.
We had the most beautiful drive through the Ozarks this morning and ended up in this incredible town called Eureka Springs. Right now we are surrounded by dozens of natural springs. The story is that the magnetic springs actually have healing powers, and that's what brought people to Eureka Springs in the first place. I am already obsessed with the vibe here. The scenery is incredible, the shopping is incredible. Gosh, it smells so good in here. Sugar and Spite has over 300 different types of sodas. Most of them are made locally. McFuddy's, apparently it's like a spicy Dr. Pepper. So eclectic and funky. It's really different than any other place that I've been.
Our last stop is in Mountain View, home of the Ozark Folk Center State Park, where Ozark culture is interpreted for visitors through crafts, food, and music. You can also visit a living cave system, splash in the waterfalls, fish for trout in the White River, and zip line through the Ozark National Forest. Today, we are ending your journey through the Ozarks with a performance by Arkansas's own Bonnie Montgomery.
Here's a tune called Joy from Arkansas's own, performing live at the Ozark Folk Center.
Back in 1924, in the year that I was born, on a hill, on a mountain they called Joy. I was 7th in the line and my family was fine. Daddy sang bass, mama sang tenor all night long. Me and Dora went out to hunt and the good Lord took him up, lived it down when we laid him in the grave. We went to church and went to town, from the mountain we come down, met my gal and her daddy let me stay. Well, they say I've got the gold and I'm gonna have it all. I was born up in the sky and I'm never gonna
Thanks for joining us today for a quick tour of the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas. Our state is always waiting with open arms and a surplus of Southern hospitality to welcome visitors to experience our outdoor adventures and charming cities that are truly the heart of the Americana experience.